What's up, guys? It's SRC bringing you another live Modern Warfare 3 gameplay. This time it's a domination match on the map Dome. This is definitely a map that I do enjoy. It's one of the smaller maps in the game, which makes it very fast-paced and action-filled. It's something that you definitely want to be aware of your surroundings. You want to stick with your teammates because if you wander off too far, you could definitely have the enemy spawning next to you or behind you, and the spawn systems do change quite a bit. In Domination, though, the spawns are a little bit more controlled just based on which flags your team holds. So it's a little bit more predictable, a little bit easier that way. In this game here, playing Domination, my opening route, I definitely always like to come to this B flag. Where I'm sitting now is one of the only places that you can actually capture this flag while being outside of this little enclosed area here. And it definitely gives you a pretty good cover and a good vantage point on this doorway. Generally, it's pretty predictable that the other team's going to run in here. It's really the only access point to this room without them actually flanking all the way around or coming directly through the back door that I entered in. So it's definitely a good opening route to take. I'm actually a little bit more surprised that I didn't have more traffic here. Usually when I've played from the other side, we cap our flag and then most of us, if not everyone, runs into this room. So I was kind of expecting to be overwhelmed, but actually, they just came at a pretty slow rate, so you'll just see me kind of waiting here, knowing full well that my team's got my back, no one's really coming behind me, and that most likely people are going to be coming through this doorway. So just pick up the first 4 kills of the game pretty easily and set up my IMS. It's definitely something I like using, especially on Domination. Does a great job defending the flags, and people just seem to just continuously come after them. So you'll see I use the IMS quite a bit in this game. It definitely does some work, but it also does get me killed. So you always want to be aware of where you're putting it and being aware that you're pretty vulnerable when you are placing that device. So kind of have a good idea of where you want to put it and make sure that the area is clear before you try to do that. And so I start off at a pretty good pace here. I have a pretty good score going, so I just want to play a little bit defensively and just see how far I can take this kill streak. And this is one of my favorite areas of the map, is to sit in this area here by the Jeeps. There's a couple of good vantage points. One is into those windows there that you'll see me looking at. And it's definitely not something that you want to compete in a direct gunfight, but if you are looking this way, you can catch them off guard and put a few shots on target. Over here, you'll see that you have a pretty good vantage point to the 2 openings of this bunker. The one really pretty close to where I'm sitting, and then one a little bit on farther away. And so this is an area I like to just kind of hang out. It's a place that people generally don't look. They're pretty concerned about the teammates being out in the open here because people are coming out of that main building pretty often, and one of the spawn points is right over there in that corner where we started the game. So if you play back here, it can be pretty good. One thing I would caution is behind me, there's a blue tarped fence. And up on the top of the dome, on the walkway, kind of the catwalk, there's a pretty good position for a sniper to look down on you here. So you'll see me staying crouched all the time and trying to just stay back to the fence as much as I can so that I'm not getting taken out from there. And so the other reason that I wanted to make this video is to talk to you a little bit about the AK47. This has been one of my favorite guns in all of the Call of Duty games. Really, I remember playing with this gun quite a bit back in COD 4. And in Black Ops, I think I spent most of my last prestige using the AK-47. It's just, to me, a really fun gun to use. It's never really been the best gun out there. I think that it definitely has a little bit different feel to it. There's definitely a little bit of recoil and some kind of more of a bounce effect when you do fire, especially when you're trying to put shots in long range. I think this gun's strength is really more of the short to medium range, and then long range, it can have some troubles if you're trying to put multiple shots on target at a distance. I would definitely use the kick proficiency with this gun, just because it does eliminate a lot of that bounce and a lot of the recoil that you find with this gun. I think it's almost mandatory. But the other thing that I have noticed is it seems like there's a little bit more flinch when you're getting shot or taking fire. And you'll see there it kind of takes some fire and it really bounces the gun up high. I've had a couple of instances where it's bounced it so high that I'm shooting over their head, and that's caused me to lose some gunfights. So since I've recorded this gameplay, I have used this with the red dot sight. with kind of that triangle, almost the COD 4 ACOG sight on it, and that seems to help out a little bit with the accuracy, just for those long-range shots, just to put a couple bursts on the target. But this is definitely not a gun that you want to hold the trigger down and just let it rip, especially if you're not using that kick proficiency. But it can just take a little bit of adjustment, I guess, to get used to it. As far as rating the AK-47 in this game, I would say it's probably a middle-of-the-road assault rifle. There's definitely a few guns that I like better. Like I mentioned, the SCAR is one that's good. The M4, the Type 95 are probably superior to this. But it's definitely a viable gun. It's something that I'll probably play with quite a bit, just for a little bit of variety. And something that, like I said, is just kind of enjoyable to play with. And so, you know, I wouldn't discard it, but it's definitely probably not the best gun in the game. Which does remind me, I am working on my assault rifle tutorial video, and that should be coming out here. Hopefully, I was hoping to have it done this week, but it may be pushing into the weekend here. But basically what that is, I'm basically going through and breaking down all the assault rifles one by one, talking a little bit about their stats, I think how viable they are in the game, and showing you kind of the screenshots of their statistics, going through into a private lobby and firing off some rounds so that you can see what the shot patterns look like, and then as well as providing you with actual gameplay footage of multiple kills with that gun, just so you can get a feel for kind of what it looks like when you're putting shots on target, what the recoil looks like in live action. I haven't actually seen a video on YouTube that has gone through all the assault rifles that actually has shown live gameplay footage from every single assault rifle in the same video. So that's something I'm pretty proud of. It's been definitely a lot of work to put all that together and to edit through all the gameplay and to get all the different kills with each weapon all put together. So I'm pretty proud of that video. That should be coming out soon. The only real hang up at the moment is just leveling, because the FAD or the FAD is the last assault rifle, is a level 78 weapon, and I think I'm level 72 right now. So once I unlock that, can give it a good couple of games to play with and form an opinion that I can share with you, and then get some good gameplay to put together for that tutorial. I'll go ahead and have that video up. So if you could just you know, leave me some comments and some feedback. What type of videos would you like to see from me going forward here? I think once I get that assault rifle video up, then I'm going to move into the SMGs and start working with those going forward, just going through, getting you guys some gameplay with each of those to show you what they're like and kind of what my opinion is of them. And then once I complete that, I'll probably go ahead and put together an SMG tutorial video, just like the assault rifles. If that goes over well, if you guys find some value in that, I really would appreciate some comments. It just helps me out to know what type of content you appreciate and what type of tips you like to see, so that I can put that into my videos going forward. And then also, if you have any other comments or suggestions on types of videos or types of gameplay or specific things that you'd like me to use, I definitely would appreciate that in the comments as well. One last thing I just wanted to touch on here before this gameplay wraps up. I just wanted to get your guys' opinion on the game so far. I'd like to just say that I've had a really enjoyable time with it. I think this is probably one of the best Call of Duties that I've ever played. I think that it's pretty well balanced. It's definitely been an adjustment. I mean, and for the good. I mean, we were all looking for kind of that big change. Well, what's going to be the big change in Modern Warfare 3? It looks just like Modern Warfare 2, and you know, they didn't do anything major to change it. The one thing I will say is that the way the game plays, just the way the maps are and the way the game plays, I think that was our big change. We went from a slow, campy kind of game where, you know, snipers were terrible to a really fast, action-packed game with aggressive spawns that you know, has some pretty good sniping that makes that an interesting element to the game. So I think just the way the game plays is going to keep it fresh for quite a while here, and I just look forward to playing it every day. So just give me your thoughts. Is this a good game? Are you guys enjoying it? Are you know, do you think it's going to be something that you'll play for the next year? I certainly think it will be for me. You know, there's so much. I feel like I'm almost to my first Prestige, and there's so much I haven't even done yet. I've, you know, so many different play styles I want to try out, different gun combinations and perk layouts and things that I want to try. So, you know, I can't remember having this much fun in a Call of Duty the first couple weeks of release. So I hope that excitement stays. I hope you guys enjoy the game. But I definitely am looking forward to putting some more videos together here for you guys. So yeah, if you could just give this video a like and subscribe to my channel. I've been putting out HD Modern Warfare 3 videos every single day, and hopefully you guys have been enjoying them. But other than that, I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the game. Final score here is 32-12.